Hey artist friends, I am here with my first little tips and tricks video for you today, and we are going to talk fine line bottle applicators. So I've used these for a long time in my art, and it's probably one of the most asked questions I get is how do I fill my fine line bottle? What do I put in it? And what are your tips and tricks along the way? So I'm going to start a little new series of videos on my channel where I answer some of these most asked questions. I have no timeline on how often I'm going to post these, just as I have time, and I notice a lot of questions I'm getting on something, and so this is my first one. So as you can see, I have two, they look like black, but actually one's black and one's like a darker gray. I have two whites and a yellow. The two whites, you can see also that they're two different tips. There's a fine tip and a standard tip. The fine tip is my preference. Obviously I have 4 of those filled and only 1 of the standard tip. The standard tip is a little too thick for, you know, that mark making writing that I like to do, but it is a great tool to have as well. I would recommend getting a couple tips and seeing what you like best. These come empty. Generally it's 2 in a pack. You get 2 of the fine tips or 2 of the standard tips. You can get them on Amazon, your local art store, maybe some other places. I will have links down below to my Amazon storefront with the applicator bottles and the other supplies that I use to make these. You can see here, I'm just scribbling with them, showing you how they work. They have little really tiny applicator tips on them, and then little wires that stick in them. And so I've had these filled for maybe 5 or more years, some of them, and they have not clogged. They aren't getting like weird on the inside. They're not getting goopy. They're not getting like chunky or hard to squeeze. They still squeeze perfectly after all this time. I do give them a gentle shake. If you shake them too much, they get kind of bubbly and airy, but just a gentle shake to make sure that all of the ingredients come back together inside the bottle before you start writing with it. Here I'm going to show you a comparison of the 2 different tips. This is the fine tip. It's a smaller gauge needle. It's much better for my personal taste, but as you can see now when I open up the larger one, it's going to give you a much thicker line. Again, I think there's purposes for both. I probably eventually will add some more of the larger tipped ones to have in my wheelhouse, but huge comparison here of this finer tip and the standard tip. You actually do have to use pressure when you do these. When you turn them upside down, the paint isn't going to fall out. So even as you add more pressure, like on that first line, it did get a little bit thicker because I was adding a little too much pressure. But here they are again, the standard tip and the fine tip in a comparison. And then I do have one yellow. I had to fill it for a class that I took, I believe, with Donna Downey. She's the one that I learned originally about these fine line bottles from. And I've kind of made them my own along the way, and used ingredients that worked best for my weather and my humidity. So you might need to adjust it a little bit for yourself. So there's a little bit about these bottles, and now let's go into actually how you fill them. I use Golden's fluid acrylic in my bottles. Now their fluid acrylic is the middle one. They have one that is more fluid, the high flow, then they have the fluid, and then heavy body. I'm also going to make one upcoming with this So Flat, and I'll talk more about that in just a minute. And then to my fluid acrylic, I also add some airbrush medium. So I buy my mediums that I use a lot of in a larger container right here, and then I pour it into a smaller container. It's more economical for things that I go through a lot, like matte medium, airbrush medium, and a few others. And then I actually bought these empty bottles from Golden. I called them and ordered them, and I just fill them up with my mediums to, again, save money on some that I use a lot. So I'm adding the fluid acrylic with the airbrush medium, and then a little bit of water. I actually just use my spray bottle and spray it in instead of trying to pour in the water bottle. And then you need to grab your empty bottles. For this one, I'm going to use the blue fine tips because I found that is what I use the most, as I said before, and I'm really wanting some Payne's Gray. One of my favorite colors to use in my art journaling is Payne's Gray, and I don't have a fine line bottle for it. So for this demo, I'm going to add some Payne's Gray to make a fine liner bottle. So as you saw in the beginning, I showed a recipe. I use about 75% paint, about 20% of the airbrush medium, and probably about 5% water, give or take. This is just kind of an estimate. And I drew lines on there. You can do that for yourself so you don't get carried away. I kind of just drew it on there to show you, but it's actually kind of a helpful tool so that you kind of measure them out. The first thing you want to do is shake up your fluid acrylic paint to make sure you get all of the bindings and everything all together. If they've been sitting a while, they could have separated. Again, just like those fine line bottles, don't overshake them. You don't want them to get bubbly. You just want the ingredients to mix together. After you add about 70% of your paint color of choice, then you're going to add about that 20% of airbrush medium. Now you'll notice that I did not fill this bottle up completely. There are several reasons for that. First being, it shakes so much easier if you don't fill it up completely. Second, this gives you wiggle room. So if you don't get your proportions correct, this gives you room to add a little bit more paint, add a little bit more of that airbrush medium, add a little bit more water. It gives you room to improve your formula on the inside. Once you've got your paint, your airbrush medium, and your water added, shake it up just a little bit gently so that all of those ingredients come together, and then test it out. So I'm testing this out. I'm doing writing, I'm doing some dots, and I'm making sure that my line stays solid, that it's not too liquidy, that it kind of frays, or that it's not too solid, that it doesn't come up of my bottle. And as you can see, I really kind of nailed the proportions here. I got just enough paint, airbrush medium, and water so that my fine line bottle here works perfectly. So now that I've got that Payne's Gray made, I'm going to label it Payne's Gray because it kind of looks like black, just so I know what it is. And then I'm going to move on to creating one with the So Flat paint. So Golden So Flat paint is my new favorite acrylic paint to use in my art journaling. I love the matte quality of it. It's self-leveling. It just looks absolutely scrumptious on my journal pages. You can go back and see some of the things I've made with it on Instagram or here on YouTube, and I just love it. It lends itself to my grungy pages. But recently when I grabbed my fine line bottle and used it with So Flat paint, it looked funny because it was not matte. And so I want to create a matte version of black in a fine line bottle. So I'm pouring some of that So Flat into the fine line bottle. It is a little thicker than the fluid golden fluid paint, so I'm going to add just a little bit more of that airbrush medium. The airbrush medium is clear. It's not going to affect the color of your paint. It's not white, so it's not going to turn it pastel, so adding a little bit more isn't going to change the properties of the color of my paint. I just wanted to add more again because that So Flat is just a little bit thicker than the fluid. Same process here, adding the airbrush medium, a couple little squirts of water, and I'm going to shake it up gently. Now this one I'm not sure how it's going to come out of the bottle because this is my first time making a fine liner with the So Flat, and so I'm going to test it again just like I tested that Payne's Gray. And it looks like adding just a little bit extra of that airbrush medium allowed that So Flat paint to flow perfectly out of the fine line bottle. I am very excited to use this new flat fine line bottle on my journal pages so that my writing isn't shiny when I'm using the flat paint. And also I look forward to incorporating some of that Payne's Gray. I think I'm going to have to make an additional bottle using the Payne's Gray So Flat now that I know that it works great in the fine line bottles as well. So I hope that answers your questions on how I fill my fine line bottles. If you have any additional ones, be sure to leave them below. If you have any other tips and tricks you're interested in me talking about here on my YouTube channel, I'd love for you to drop those questions below as well so I can think of future videos. Again, I will have the fine line bottles, the airbrush medium, the paint, everything linked below so that you can create this wonderful tool in your mixed media journal pages for writing, for mark making, for drawing, for outlining. I use it for so much. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing what else you would love to know as far as tips and tricks on my channel.